you sent me this video
Yeah.
of Micah Richards and the vibe that he's got, man. He's one of my favorite pundits, man. Like the
Same,
vibe. If you've
man.
not seen the video, it basically is the video with Micah Richards and Alan Shearer, I believe.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
giving
yeah, yeah.
their combined 11 or an all-time 11.
That they've
And
played that they've played with.
that they've played with, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
Micah Richards has got Yaya Toure and Patrick Vieira. Like he's
Yeah.
already grinning
Woo!
like a Cheshire cat. He's ready to just he's ready to see Shearer's midfield, and he puts in Rob Lee and Tim Sherwood. Now,
Oh,
now
bro.
the reaction.
I
if
had to send
anybody
it to you.
if anybody knows me, that is my reaction right there. Like that's how I would react.
Mhm.
It's so funny, man, and it just set up my day. Hi there, guys, and welcome to a Dash of Sports Premier League show. I'll be your host and presenter, Dashiki Dash, and I'm back with Coach Gerald Lammy, aka Coach G, and we've got a jam-packed full show for you guys today. We're going to be recapping Matchweek 13 and look back on our predicted scores and whether or not we've got the score lines correct or not. And also, we're going to be looking into the top four, the race for top four. Is it shaping up? Who's going to be in the top four by the end of the season? And then we're going to be looking into all the midweek games as we start off the busy December fixtures. And before we start off the show, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that like button, comment, and help me to get these subs up, man. I truly appreciate your love and support with that. And just as important, don't forget to press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my shows. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it. And we're back. Yeah. All right. Before we start, Coach G's in the building, guys. Coach G's in the building here at Dash of Sports Premier League show. But before we start, man, G, you sent me this video of Micah Richards and the vibe that he's got, man. He's one of my favorite pundits, man. Like the
Same,
vibe. If
man.
you've not seen the video, it basically is the video with Micah Richards and Alan Shearer, I believe.
Yeah,
They're giving their combined 11 or an all-time 11.
That they've played with.
That they've played with, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Micah Richards has got Yaya Toure and Patrick Vieira. Like he's already grinning like a Cheshire cat. He's ready to just he's ready to see Shearer's midfield, and he puts in Rob Lee and Tim Sherwood.
Oh, bro.
Now, the reaction.
I had to send it to you.
If anybody knows me, that is my reaction right there. Like that's how I would react. It's so funny, man, and it just set up my day. Morning, my bro. What's happening, man? What's good?
Good morning, man. Yeah, all good, man, bro. I've had that video like repeat. As much as he might be laughing at them, but it's a feel good factor in it. Like, do you know what I mean? That's his character, and the reality is you can't put up them two midfielders with Big Pat and Yaya. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, nah, it was good. I had to send it to you because I was like, I know this is how Dash would be reacting. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, blessings, man, blessings. Good to be here again. Like I said, we're knocking these out, bro.
Yeah, bro, we are. Have you been? What's been going on?
Yeah, man, blessed, bro. Just been coaching, stretching, like not physically stretching, but mentally stretching, as a coach as well, and developing, man. So we're coming up to the end of the year. So looking forward to the festives and spending time with family, and just tunnel vision till the end of the year, man. And we start again.
No doubt. It is definitely going to be a jam-packed month. We are, pretty much in the beginning of December. This is when all the games come thick and fast.
Yeah.
It is pretty much kind of crunch time in terms of like the points that you're going to be trying to get during this period of time, and also points that you could possibly be losing as well.
100%.
So it's like now it's a difference between, you could be in 4th position and then you just shoot down to 8th,
or 12th.
Or 12th. You know what I'm saying? It's actually mad. So it's going to be very interesting to see. We're definitely going to touch on that. So onto today's agenda, we're going to be checking out the pretty much what we can see forming now, the race for the top four, I can pretty much say we're not sure who's going to win the league at the moment. Obviously, there are contenders. We can pretty much see how the relegation battle is forming. Newcastle, the rich Newcastle, all the way down there at the bottom. But I just wanted
Yes,
to obviously
league
we just touch on the race for top four, and we can also just look at the relegation battle as well briefly, and then we'll also be looking back at match week 13, our score predictions. I believe that I'm 2-up right now.
2-up, 2-0 right now, 2-0.
Deuces, baby.
Yeah. Still got a long way to go.
Still got a long way to go, but so far so good. And G, to stop trying to bait me into start doing accumulators and all of that. As much as I'm getting my 1 or 2 results, I've been having some shockers as well, guys. Yeah. So I'll put my hands up to that, and then we'll go in. We'll touch on some of the games that will be happening this week. We have some midweek games, and then our bulk of games once again will be over the weekend, and that will be match week 15. We'll give you our predictions once again, and then see how we'll fare for the next time we come and recap the matches. So without further ado, man, let's start and race for top four, man. How you seeing it so far?
Yeah, man. I think I did say there's always going to be an outside in that outside that top four, and obviously West Ham is up there, which we're level on points with them. I didn't see us being up that high, to be honest with you. Wolves,
Bro,
I'm quite surprised as well.
I didn't think that Arsenal was going to be there.
No.
And Wolves, you know how I feel about the Wolves situation and Bruno Lage and
Bruno Lage,
my boy Bruno Lage. Like he's just been sneaking up, but top four, man.
Yeah, no, it's apart from the top three, that's business as usual. You know, everyone thought United was going to be up there with the money that they've spent or the players that they've acquired in the summer. Again, it's still early on, Dash, to be honest with you. 13 games into the season, still got a long way to go. But as of now, like I said, top three, business as usual. And then anything outside of that, it's going to fluctuate really. I guess West Ham, Arsenal, Tottenham, Man United should be in that mix. And then the Wolves, they're playing without pressure as such. Brighton had a good start. You know, Brighton was top of the league at one point. Do you know what I mean? So
this,
and they're ninth at the moment. They got West Ham tonight.
They got booed at home. Was it at home that they got booed? And
did they?
Graham Potter had to basically they interviewed him post-match interview, and they mentioned it to him like, how do you feel about the fans booing? And he was just like, well, you know, you're coming up against good teams.
When was this?
Their last game.
Oh, okay.
Their last game. Who did they play again?
They had Leeds.
So that obviously it was 0-0. And the fans were booing because they weren't happy with the performance per se. So he was just like, well, you know, someone has to remind him about the history of Brighton because at this particular time they're doing very well. So for the fans booing, they're sitting at 9th, 18 points. For the fans booing, it's a bit like, okay, what are you lot expecting? But maybe it just shows the ambitions of the club in itself. And also, if we look at the points from Leicester, 18 to West Ham, who are in 4th, it's 23. So 18.
5 points apart, really.
So it's in this time frame of December where the games are coming thick and fast. That is the difference in terms of like position. So you could be 4th one week, and then you could literally be slipping down to 9th. Or possibly even 10th by the time you get to it. So it is early, as you said, but I just always feel like during this time, this is when you can start seeing who's actually going to start pushing for that 4th position. Because like you said, 1, 2, and 3 is pretty much nailed on. That 4th one, we would have thought it was Man United's, but there we got to see what this interim of
he's still not here yet, bro.
He's still not there.
He's got to sort out his paperwork.
That's what I was thinking. So the game against obviously we'll touch on it a little bit as well. The game against Man United versus Arsenal, he's not even taking charge. So
No.
your boy Carrick, he's done in the suit again.
He's come, yeah. He's sporting a suit, bro. I don't know. Do you know what it is? I don't. How come he can't get a work permit though? That's a bit strange.
It
Is it
is
because
a
England's out of the EU now,
I,
or
I believe so.
okay,
In
okay,
fact, that is the reason because they're
yeah,
more stringent in regards to the working visa now,
mm,
and then everything else in regards to COVID at the present moment and all that
mm,
kind of stuff. So it does make it a little bit more difficult. But I didn't think it was going to be
yeah, like
this.
this, yeah, yeah. So we
Um,
could potentially see Carrick in the next couple of games if he
yes,
doesn't sort out his visa.
I believe it probably this game was a bit too early.
Mm,
I reckon by the weekend he'll be able to take
yeah,
the reins and take charge. But I don't know whether that's in fact, let's even just jump onto midweek games because obviously we've seen what the top four is shaping up to be. But the midweek games so far this season, that started off this season, how are you feeling about it now? Like watching games on a Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursdays.
bro, I love it, man. I want to consume as much football as I can. Do you know what I mean? It is a lot for the players, and it is a lot for, I guess, managers to kind of make sure their team is in the best condition. But as a fan and as a neutral football fan, I want to see these games thick and fast, bro. Do you know what I mean?
It gives us content.
Yeah, it gives us content, gives us to something to speak about, and just yeah, man, a bit of entertainment as well, I guess. But yeah, no, like you said, it's a difficult period. This is the period where you're going to see a lot of injuries. It's getting cold now, so
Mm.
there's going to be a lot of players cramping up, getting injuries, stiffening up, and because the games are coming so fast, a lot of rotations. So yeah, man, no, like I love these midweek games, especially us not being in the Champions League or European football. You know what I mean? I need something in the midweek, bro. I can't just be watching other teams in the European competition, man.
So this will be match week 14, I believe. Yeah, so
14, yeah,
match week
14.
14 during the midweek. Got a frog in my throat, sorry.
Yeah.
So we've got Newcastle, Norwich,
Mm,
who played on Tuesday, and then we also had Leeds and Crystal Palace. So Newcastle
mm,
versus Norwich, that was 1-1.
yeah,
Just to touch on Newcastle, man, with all the riches, I know that it's not kick-starting yet,
yeah,
and
yeah.
obviously they've just had Eddie Howe,
Hmm.
who's probably the best manager to have at this present moment to
Mm.
navigate through this relegation battle. But is it safe to say that they're in a relegation battle now?
100%, 100%. You can't go 13 games or yeah, they've played 14 games. Do you know what I mean? Because yeah, we started early, but yeah, looking at it, 7 draws, 7 losses, minus 14 on goal diff. Bro, it's not looking pretty. Do you know what I mean?
Rock bottom,
Rock bottom. Do you know what I mean? But saying that, last night's game, Kieran Clark obviously didn't help the situation, getting sent off.
bro. What?
It's
9 minutes into the game,
yeah,
if you're a manager, yeah, and you're a manager, you know this
yeah,
situation.
yeah. I'm losing my head, bro.
You've done all your preparation,
Hmm.
bro. You've
Gone out the
given the
window.
you've got
Gone out the window straight away, like just because of a lack of concentration. Like, Pookie, he was going one on one with the keeper, but I think there was a defender
there
that
was
was
still a
covering
defender
him.
on the
There
right.
was, in it. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was coming in. So whether or not Pookie was going one on one with the keeper, you would have just given a chance for your other defender to kind of recover or your goalkeeper to do something. If the goal goes in, then
What
yeah, do
can you
you know what I
do?
mean? What
Yeah,
can you do? It's a mistake. 9 minutes in, we still got a long way to go.
a
Now you've
long
put your
way to go.
team in a position, especially being rock bottom. That's the silly mistake, man. You know,
And the thing about it is just like for me, sometimes I believe those types of silly challenges are it's a sign of being lazy, man.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
because obviously he's not being able to, he's out of position, he's lack of concentration, and
mm,
then all you want to do is just pull someone back. It's
yeah,
just it's so annoying and like you said, man, rock bottom of the league, and then you're looking for points. You're at
mm.
home,
At home
you
against
know what I mean?
another one that's in the bottom ruck with
Another
you as well.
bro. So I think Wilson scored a penalty.
Yeah,
Lucky
scored a
enough
pen.
that went in. I think the goalkeeper had a hand to that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that
then
was a bad penalty.
Pookie's goal, bro.
Banger, banger.
Woo
Yeah, yeah.
wee.
Timo Pukki, banger, banger. And again, this
Yeah.
is this is the thing. These are the games where you need to capitalize on. Do you know what I mean? Especially at home. And they failed. Obviously the 10 men didn't help. But again, looking in a positive way, they had 10 men and they got something out of it.
Yeah.
So at least they got a point out of it. Same thing with Norwich. They didn't lose the game. And they probably look at it thinking we should have won, having 11 men for most of the game, really. So it just shows the quality of the teams really at the bottom, where it's hard, man. It's hard. You don't want to be making any mistakes. So every point counts at the moment, and Newcastle are definitely in it. Will they survive? I do believe they will survive. I think they will just make it. Um, yeah, it's going to be a tough
It's
one
gonna
for
be a
them,
tough
but
one. Yeah.
I reckon they'll make it. I think January it will be tough to bring in new faces, because who's going to want to come in and have a relegation battle unless that paper's talking, baby.
That young
You know what I
moolah,
mean? Yeah,
baby.
yeah. That
Listen,
little Wayne money.
that
Yeah,
when that peas hits your account or that contract is put in front
yeah.
of you, I'm sure there will be players that will be willing to go into to that relegation battle, just for the sake of the money.
Mm.
Um, so it was Leeds versus Crystal Palace. Quickly, we'll
Hmm.
just touch on that. 1-0 to Leeds. Uncle Pat.
Uncle
Um,
Pat.
he drew. What did he? Oh, he lost against Villa against
Hmm.
Gerrard, and then another
Gerard.
loss now.
Hmm.
So the harsh realities of the Premier League is kicking in right now
Hmm.
for Patrick Vieira. The Godfather Bielsa obviously
Mm.
finally getting some 3 points there.
Hmm.
How you feeling about Patrick Vieira at the moment?
Yeah, like you said, it's a tough league to kind of learn your trade in terms of playing, managing at a high level. But yeah, last night's performance again, they've conceded another late goal, even though it was a
Mm,
penalty. Again, another late goal from Palace. It was an entertaining game, to be fair. It was end to end stuff. Just not no goals in it really like that until the last kick of the game. Rafinha just stepped up, casually just taking a penalty last minute the way he did. You got to have some confidence to do that. And
yeah.
yeah, with Pat, yes, it's a difficult one, because I like the way Palace have been playing, and I like the way he's been using the players, the likes of Gallagher, Zaha, Benteke's kind of revived his career a little bit.
Mm,
Elise looks quality. Who else? Eze's coming back into the fold as well from his long-term injury. So Palace have got an exciting setup, and I think Patrick will do well, man. I think he will do well as a manager. You could see already the players are buying into it, but it's very easy to lose a change room as well after you lose 1 or 2 games, 3 games, 4 games. People start questioning your philosophy or or the way you play. So um yeah, I think Palace will do all right, actually. I think they'll do all right. Where they're in the league at the moment? They are 12th.
they're 12th in the league,
12th. Yeah,
so
yeah. And
it's not
yeah.
too unusual for them to be in and around that
Yeah.
position, mid
Yeah, yeah,
table.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I think, yeah, overall, yeah, I think they'll be all right. Patrick
Mm.
will have a steady season. But again, like I said, if you're losing these games on a consistent basis, then it's going to be difficult. But to be fair, they've only lost 4 games. They've lost the same amount as we have, same amount as West Ham has had. Um,
I think the
so
draws is what's been kind of
the
getting them in it.
draw's been killing them, and the last
Yeah.
minute goals. So if they can eradicate those last minute goals, and turn losses into draws and draws into
Mm.
wins, then yeah, I think
They
they're
should
in
be
a
all right.
yeah, they'll be all right, man.
All right. So just quickly, just touching on the rest of the fixtures before we go and recap match week 13. So there is the game between what's the games this week again?
Um, Let me get out.
Oh yes, we have Southampton versus Leicester.
Hmm.
We got Watford versus Chelsea. West Ham, mate,
West Ham.
versus Brighton. Wolves with my boy Bruno Lage
Hmm.
versus Burnley. Burnley obviously missed their game against Spurs, so they'll be
Hmm.
raring to go again. Aston Villa, Stevie G versus
Gerrards.
Pep Guardiola, Man City. And then we have the Liverpool derby, Everton,
Merseyside.
Merseyside derby, sorry, Everton versus Liverpool. So that'll be very interesting to see. And then the next games are Thursday games are Spurs versus Brentford, which
Hmm.
will be very interested. And then we have Man United versus Arsenal. which is going to be a big game in
Tasty.
its tasty game in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Just obviously, we can just touch on that because Arsenal is our team.
Yeah, yeah,
I've done a Man United versus Arsenal special with my boy Semps of Views TV official. Shout out Semps. And I went into that not so confident. I'm usually quite
yeah,
confident, but I just felt like in terms of Man United and them no longer having Ollie on the wheel, at the wheel, should we say. They've probably revived themselves a little bit of a feel good factor. New interim manager coming in with Ralph Ragnick. But how are you feeling about that game in terms of Arsenal?
it's interesting that you say that. Like perspectives are great in it, but I personally feel like there's not really much of a difference in terms of their style of play. Like against Chelsea, um, Chelsea was all over them. Like there were,
Mm,
that mistake from Jorginho,
Jorginho.
that and Sancho capitalized on it. But in terms of overall controlling the game, Chelsea controlled the game, and I would have never thought a United with that caliber of players as well were going to play like that. So I feel like in terms of their style of play, hasn't really changed much from Ollie really, as Carrick was part of that team anyway. So I don't think we're going to see much of a difference, when we play against them. But saying that, yeah, Ollie's gone, which it will have a different factor. What's his name? Ragnick's still not in the picture as of yet. So I don't think it will have an effect as much on the touchline, until you see the guy on the touchline. So yeah, I feel quite confident, going into it, to be honest with you, bro.
All right. This is what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need.
yeah.
This
I
is what
do
I
feel
need.
confident. I do feel like going into the game, I don't think we should fear them as much. I do feel like the game plan will be completely different to the Chelsea one.
Mm,
There'll definitely be a bit more attackive, which will give us a bit more space in behind, and give space for the likes of Aubameyang. I think we spoke about it as well previously against like the Newcastles. Um, it's difficult to play Aubameyang because Newcastle will play in a low block, which will not allow us much space to kind of attack him from behind. So
mm.
I think these games we'll see Aubameyang, turn up a little bit more. Arteta again. I don't think he's lost at Old Trafford as a manager.
I don't think he has. No, I think it's been some draws and
Draws and
1-0 there, I
yeah,
believe.
I
Partey's
don't
first
think he.
game.
Yeah,
No,
I don't think he's
he
lost.
definitely hasn't lost to Ollie. He
Yeah,
definitely hasn't lost to Ollie.
he didn't
So
lose to Ollie, so yeah, I think that record will continue. Will we win? I'm not too sure, but I think we'll get out there at least with a draw. I think
mm,
we'll come out with at least with a draw. I don't think it'll be a game where we'll get rolled over. So yeah, in terms of the match itself as well, Arsenal United is always a tasty one, especially for the old school fans.
yeah,
Growing up, we've always seen, Arsenal and United at the top, but in terms of the game itself, it's not the same no more, is it? Like really. So yeah, overall, I think we'll get a result. Whether I just don't think we'll lose.
yeah. I think for me, this season with Arsenal, especially when it comes to the big games, I've just wanted Arsenal to be able to kind of hold their own. I
Hmm.
think for me, that's the standard that I want for Arsenal is just hold your own and then kind of just show the progression that we've been
Hmm.
seeing maybe with the lesser sides. And just bring in that kind of confidence into the bigger games. Obviously, we spoke about the Liverpool situation, and that's what
Hmm.
we wanted from the game. But then the capitulation of Arsenal once again strikes back. We don't really get pumped by Man United like that, but at the
Hmm.
same time, I don't want us to get rolled over
Hmm.
in times where maybe if we've conceded a goal or anything like that, heads go down. So it's an evening kickoff. I believe we're playing like 8:15 or so. It's at night time.
Yeah. Yeah. eight
Um,
fifteen. Yeah.
so all of these kind of things doesn't bode well in our favor because
Mm,
usually we don't like getting up too early or we
yeah.
don't like playing late games. So we'll just see. Hopefully, Arteta will have them in the right frame of mind and
Mm,
um, the period of time that now Arteta has with the squad is beneficial for him because no usual midweek games,
Hmm.
no European obligations. So we'll see. Once again, look, this is a fixture for us that we've grown up watching on many occasions,
Hmm.
and it still has a nice spice to it. Come match day, we're gonna be raring to go for it. And
Hmm.
like I said, I wasn't so confident, but I believe if we can get a draw, then that's brilliant. It's a point away from home. Who wouldn't want to get that? If we're able to get a sneaky win, then yeah, man, just more piles more pressure on Man United.
Hmm.
And if we go back to in terms of talking about the race for top four, who would have thought this
Yeah.
season we'd be talking about Arsenal in the top four?
Hmm.
Because at the beginning of the season, I said that this is what I want,
Hmm.
especially with no obligation in Europe. Like, let's get back into European football. If we can push for the Europa spots, so be it. But if we can get that Champions League spot, let's not
Don't
let's not
gas
be
it,
under.
bro.
No, no.
I
What
hear
I'm
you. I
saying is
hear
like
you.
let's not be underworld. Like shoot for the stars in it, aim for the moon in it,
Yeah,
as they
yeah,
say.
yeah. But
So
we've been in this position many times, bro.
we
This,
have been, we
you
have
know,
been. But this, if there's any chance of saying that the fourth position is not nailed down, then it's an
yeah.
opportunity, man.
But
I'm
how
trying.
many times have
I'm
we
trying to
said
be
that?
optimistic.
Bro, we could have won the league when Leicester won it. That was the perfect time for us to win it. Let alone forget top four. We've been in this boat many, many times. So this is why I'm
Yeah.
not getting my hopes up until there's 38 games up on that board, and we'll
Mm.
see where we are then. Do you know what I mean? Because we've seen it numerous occasions where I said it like before the season started. We're gonna see glimpses of Arsenal and be like, "Wow, this is the Arsenal
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
that we know. This is the Arsenal that should be playing like this." And we play like maybe 5, 6 games, and then we're gonna have
Yeah.
a run of thinking, "Nah, this it's not good enough." And
Yeah.
we've seen it too many times. And like I said, until the end of the season, we'll see where we are then. But for now, I'm not gonna
Mm.
be negative. We've been playing good. I'm not gonna say we're playing brilliant. We've been playing good.
Yeah.
There's been moments where we played some really good football and we've got results. Where in previous occasions, like for instance the Watford game, we probably would have drawn that or lost
Mm.
it. Do you know what I mean? The Newcastle game, where breaking down the team has been an issue for us in the past. Lack of creativity, which in the first half kind of showed that a little bit. But again, we grinded it out. We got the result. It wasn't the prettiest of games, but we got the job done. So yeah, there's glimpses. Do you know what I mean?
There is.
And
There is.
and in terms of individual performances, I must say, beginning the season when we signed these players, like the likes of Ramsdale, I was like, what
Bro.
what is going on? However, he's proved everyone wrong, and I was one of those guys. I put my hand up and I said,
Air
what?
Ramsdale. Air
Air Ramsdale,
Ramsdale.
he's coming out with it, and it's good to see that these players are turning up and want to prove people wrong, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what we needed. We needed players that want to prove people wrong, that have got that hunger
Mm.
and have got that belief. Someone like Ben White, you know what? Last couple of games, he's been playing like a Rolls Royce, bro. Like
100 smooth.
smooth with it, bro. And you got someone like Gabriel who's there. He's the muscle. Like no one's getting past. And you know what? Saying
Bro, did
about
you
Gabriel, yeah,
yeah, do you see it?
yeah, yeah,
The got
yeah, yeah,
held
yeah.
up by some
Some
muggers
robbers, which
some
it's
robbers.
ridiculous, man. Why would you do that to a young man, like to anyone really? Why would you do that? But
Yeah, man.
again, this could affect him going into the United game, bro. This is what people
No,
fail to understand.
no, apparently it was a month ago.
Oh, was it a month ago?
Yeah, so it
Oh,
was
okay,
last month. So I think it was the games that he missed, and it was that apparently he was injured or whatnot. But
okay,
that's what he probably was going through. So Arsenal gave him
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
time off.
That's
Um,
traumatic, bro.
yeah, it was traumatic, and apparently they caught the robbers and stuff like that, and they linked them
Mm,
to other robberies and stuff like that. So I'm not too privy to the information, but
mm.
it's out there. So if you needed to read more about it,
Yeah, I
guys,
didn't
just
know that.
yeah, go
But
and read
again,
about it.
that just shows again where, as fans, we need to understand these players are people at the end of the day. They all go through the
Mm,
same thing. I've said it numerous occasions. Players are people. Like they go through a lot of things. They, like for instance the Gabriel, for example, that could affect you in a long term as well. Do you know what I mean? As a player. So, but yeah, no, going back to it individually, we've done well, and your boy Tevez, Let's see.
Savage.
Savage. Let's see. Would you start him against United?
um, that's a tricky one. Do you know what I said? I said after the Liverpool game, I I I, I commended Arteta for playing him against Newcastle just to be able to boost his confidence back up. Um, so that he wouldn't be just dwelling on the mistakes that he
Mm,
made against Liverpool. So he's got a good feel factor
mhm.
about him. Um, I would probably go with Tierney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think maybe just to kind of just be like, all right, you've had your Newcastle game, you got your confidence up, but just with this one, we just need a bit more experience because the likes of Sancho that will be playing, and he's high on confidence right now. I
Mhm.
think defensively, I think Tierney would be the better choice for me
Mhm.
in terms of
Mhm.
that game. If we needed to maybe change things up and wanted to go on the front foot a little bit more, then maybe you can bring him on or whatnot. But I will go with Tierney.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
interesting. That's
I'll go
interesting.
with Tierney.
I'll probably go for both of them, you know. Like I'll probably go for three at the back.
Okay.
I'll probably go for Ben White, Gabriel, Tierney on the left
Mm.
wing back, Tevez, right wing back, Tomiyasu. Um yeah, I'll probably go for that, you know, kind of make it solid at the back
That's interesting.
and
That's a
make it hard for them to break us down.
yeah. Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. Well, the game is gonna be on Thursday.
Mhm.
You give a little prediction that you want to give a cheeky prediction?
Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna go for. I, I want to go for a 2-1 Arsenal. I do want to
Mm.
go for a 2-1 Arsenal. And I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Arsenal.
I'm gonna sit on the fence with my one. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go with 1-1.
1-1. Okay.
Yeah, only because at the beginning I wasn't feeling too confident. I was actually thinking 2-1 United, but
Mm,
I just feel like maybe it's we probably just got United just in time in
mm,
regards to their change and stuff like that. So it might be a cagey game, and I'll go with a 1-1.
1-1. Yeah,
So we'll see
we'll
how
see.
we fare with that one. But brilliant, man. That was good in terms of the breakdown for match week 14. The games are midweek, so obviously make
Mhm,
sure that you go and check that out. Let's just rewind it back and then let's recap match week 13 before we go
mhm.
into 15. I know that the order is a bit mad, but this is how we do it here.
All right.
Um, Match week 13. Shall we
Mm.
bring up our predictions
Yeah, yeah.
and
Go on, bro.
see where we are at in regards to, because I'm 2-0 up, but
You're
I
two
didn't
up. You're two up.
I didn't get all the scores correct, but I did all
Let
right
me see
this
what we said.
where are we at with that. So if we bring up the scores results from match week 13, da-da-da-da, where are we at with that? So yes, all right, so starting off with Arsenal versus Newcastle. I said 2-0.
You got it
You
spot
said
on.
2-1, and I got it spot on. Arsenal
Spot on.
winning 2-0, goals from Saka and Martinelli. That got us all 3 points. So we was happy with that one. Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. I said 2-1 to Crystal Palace. You said 2-2. But it ended up being the Aston Villa won
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
So that once again, we said Patrick Vieira obviously losing that game and then losing another game. So that's 2 games on the bounce without winning. So sad times for them. Then we said Liverpool
Mhm.
versus Southampton.
Southampton.
And I went with a 3-0. We both went for
We
3
both
0.
went. Yeah.
And when I saw that fourth goal going, I was just like,
Yeah.
this
But you
is
know
why.
what? That 3-0 was like we said it anyway. They're gonna get battered.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
They're gonna get
yeah.
battered,
I
which they
just
did. Yeah.
They did, man. They did. So we weren't really too surprised with that. Obviously, just disappointed that we didn't
Get actual
get our
result.
score.
Mm.
And
But
then
yeah,
we
no,
went. Go ahead.
no. I said, but we got it. We got it right. We
Yeah,
got
we
it
got
right.
it right with the win.
We
If
got it right.
anything, it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a bait one. Norwich versus Wolves. I went with 2-2. You went with for 1-1,
1-1.
and it was 0-0. So
No.
yeah, man, a
Both
ball.
draws there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, ball score draw. Then Brighton versus Leeds, and like I said, Graham Potter was getting booed. They
Mm,
were at home, Brighton, and it was 0-0 versus the Godfather at Leeds.
I got it
And
completely wrong, boy.
yeah, I said 2-1. You said 3-2.
I thought it was going to
Uh,
be a high-scoring game, man.
Leeds are letting you down, man, because you
They're
keep
letting
saying
me down. Do you know what it is? It's Bamford. Bamford's not in. Rafinha just got back into the squad from injury. Phillips,
mm.
same thing as well. So it's not the same Leeds that was just, they were attacking. So yeah, do you know, I'm gonna have to review my predictions with Leeds right now. You know what I mean?
100%, 100%. And then that was Saturday's games. And then moving on to Sunday's games, that was Brentford versus Everton. And I went for 3-1 Brentford. You
Mm,
went for 2-1 Everton. And it ended up being 1-0
1-0.
Everton. And like I said, for me, I'm just not confident with Everton at the moment. I think
Yeah.
Rafa Benitez, Mr. Facts, um, is struggling there at the moment. But
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes for the next couple of games. Then Burnley versus Tottenham. That one was a postponed game due to the snow out,
Mm.
which is a bit ridiculous in regards to the facilities there. Apparently, they're struggling with their undersole heating.
Is it?
And yeah, man, like, and I don't understand in this day and age how a game could be called off for snow. It's
But that snow was heavy though. Did you watch the Man City game? Looked like a FIFA game, like PlayStation, bro.
But you see how quick they got the snow off, though.
They got it off quick, but during the match, there was times where I'm like, I can't even see what's going on, let alone the
Yeah,
players. Do you know what I mean? So
and
it was a lot.
that new high vis football was it didn't even work, bro.
Nah, it didn't work. It didn't work. It
I
didn't
don't
work.
know how it was on the pitch. I couldn't see that football from nowhere.
Nah, trust me.
Then the next game was Leicester versus
Watford.
Watford. I went for Leicester 2-1. You went
Hmm.
for Leicester 3-1, and it happened to be 4-2. So in and around that games, we were kind of close, and
Mm,
then boy, Leicester just turned up. Your boy
hmm.
Vardy,
Big Vards.
you know what I mean? He showed up once again. Then we moved on to a really tough game for Man City. Man City versus
Mm,
West Ham. I went for 2-1.
hmm.
What did I say? Oh, I got that one
Yeah.
right as well.
Yeah, you
Okay,
got that one
okay.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the one that I said you got two. You got two on the
Yeah,
trot.
yeah, yeah. So Man City 2-1.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you said 3-1, and the
3-1.
scoreline was 2-1. So I got
2-1.
that. That
You
was the
got that one right.
Lanzini. Yeah, yeah. Because I
Mm.
messaged you. I was like, yes, Lanzini's done
Lanzini
it for
scored
me.
a belter, but he messed
Oh,
up my fantasy, man. Clean sheet.
there
You
you
know what I
go. You see
mean?
what I'm saying? Then moving on to Chelsea, and I was very confident with this, man. Chelsea versus Man United. I said
Mm.
Chelsea 3-1. You
Hmm.
went Chelsea 2-1, but then we ended up seeing the final
1-1.
result being 1-1 in a game that Chelsea really dominated. I felt like they were very wasteful.
Hmm.
That last chance for Rudiger at the end as
Ah,
well.
bro,
Oh
another
my!
one of my fantasy team, bro. I would have been
If
up.
if you could ever go to sleep the night before and be told you are going to have a
Mm.
last second chance, if anything, to score, you're at the back post, clean there,
Clean
the
with it.
goal is gaping for you to score, and then you just blaze it over. Yeah, man, that was unfortunate for Chelsea, who they could have won at least 2-1,
Yeah, yeah,
3-1.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They had
Um,
enough chances to win the game, man.
and enough chances. Good finish from obviously Sancho from a mistake from Jorginho.
Hmm.
Sancho obviously riding through some confidence right there. Ollie's gone. Now he's getting his chance to play. These kind of situations, this is what happens when a manager leaves. Then when someone else comes in the hot seat, they'll give you the opportunity and you must take it though. So
Hmm. Hmm.
kudos to Sancho. But yeah, the results are in. You've seen the predictions that we've done. We've gone through our
You're up.
recap. I'm up by
2
two.
0 2 0.
Thanks for watching another episode of a Dash of Sports Premier League show. I truly appreciate your love and support with that. And if you need further information about future episodes or just your day-to-day sporting updates, then hey, come and check me out, man. I'm on Instagram and I'm also on Twitter, which is a Dash of Sports. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that like button, comment, and help me to get these subs up. And just as important, press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my shows. And until the next time here on the Dash of Sports Premier League show, peace.